Hello, beautiful souls. This is James. Today, I wanted to talk about grief. I've been feeling this so intensely as of late, and I know this has been very prevalent in the field. And this is actually a good thing because it is a part of our shift into this higher state of awareness, into our movement into the fifth dimension. And so, the way it was shown to me is if you took a mirror and you just broke it into all of these different pieces or fragments. All of these different fragments represent different personality constructs by which we have experienced while we move in and out of these different constructs of who we believe we think we are. And many of them have been with us, not just this incarnation, but for many different incarnations, just depending on the lineage and how deep some of these different fragments go. And what is now happening is that these pieces are being called back in. And as these pieces are being called back in, we experience grief because as they come in to integrate into the oneness of unity consciousness of self as a whole, we detach from these personality constructs. And when we detach from them, it creates grief because we are sad. It is a loss. And a lot of these different personality constructs, it would be akin to having like your one of your closest friends or family members, and you've been on this journey with them for many, many, many years, and you've experienced the whole spectrum of emotions with them. But as then this energy gets called back in, as we've quote unquote graduated from this very specific type of energy, we detach from it because we no longer need it. It comes back into the whole. We have graduated from its lessons and its experiences and its wisdom. And as that comes in and we let go of that, there is this period of sadness. There is this period of grief. And without the proper understanding of what's taking place or the context, we can start to create different things in our minds where other of the personality constructs can begin to tell stories about what it is and what it isn't. Our own self-worth can come into play or limiting beliefs. But what is actually happening is this unification. We are letting go of these different aspects of ourselves that no longer serve us. But at the same time, we are giving gratitude for all of the lessons and experiences they brought or it brought, and all of the wisdom we have gleaned because of it. And our blueprints are so intelligent that they create these different experiences for us to pull back in those different aspects of our personality. So, for instance, maybe you're going through a breakup in a relationship, or maybe there's some type of relationship where you realize it's just not in alignment anymore, whether friendships or family members or whatever that might be. And as you go into the heart space and go into a deeper awareness as to why this is taking place, it is because we are beginning to realize our own power, our own divinity. And when this happens, all of those different experiences that were not in congruency to that unified truth, they begin to come back into the wholeness as we get stronger and we detach and we detach and we detach. And when this happens, we become more clear. We become more grounded in our own truth and divinity of who we know ourselves to be beyond the mind, beyond the different fragments of the personality constructs. And when that happens, we become clearer and clearer with different energies that are in alignment or congruency and different energies that aren't. And so as you go through some of these different relational shifts, either with significant others or friends, or even with yourself, and the mind is very slippery, meaning it'll start to tell stories about your own worth, or I can't believe this is happening to me again, or I really thought that was the one. But if you go beyond the mind, what is actually happening is you're moving into a higher octave. And as you move into this higher octave, the reality around you changes. And as it changes, there's different people that will come into your life, different experiences that will match that frequency. And this will continue to happen and continue to happen and continue to happen until all the pieces are brought into the wholeness and oneness. And then what's so interesting is that we are just a fragment of a collective mirror. And the collective is just a fragment of a much larger mirror. And this continues on and on and on. And right now, with consciousness, what's happening is these pieces are all being called back in. And it's this beautiful unification that is occurring. So if you've been feeling grief, allow it to move through, provide and give gratitude towards it because it holds so much wisdom for us. It was all of these fragments were different experiences, different life lessons, different chapters or pages and chapters that brought us so much knowledge and wisdom. And it's about holding these in the hearts and then allowing them to integrate. And as we let go, it's about just like letting go of something that we know was a beautiful relationship that no longer is serving us. And it moves in, and then the next aspect of our personality construct that we move through. I mean, how many of you look back on your lives and we look at different versions of ourselves? I mean, I've had so many versions of myself. My name used to be Jim. Even though my name is James, people used to call me Jim. And I look at the adventures of Jim, like, oh my gosh, it's so different than who I am today. But I have to honor Jim because it was because of Jim that I am here today and where I am as James. And being able to share this type of information with all of you and all the lessons that brought me to this moment. And so that's another part that can be very tricky or slippery, is that sometimes we want to suppress these different aspects and fragments of our personality that we were experiencing or that we were as back in those different chapters of our lives. And some of them we might be ashamed of or embarrassed of. We're like, oh no, I'm definitely not that person anymore. But we need to honor them because we are that person. They are a part of us. And now they're coming back in to the wholeness and they're moving into a higher aspect. And so as they move into this higher aspect, there's no need to resist these parts of ourselves that served us well, that brought us to this moment. So I hope this provides some context for grief. It is very much a part of this experience and this journey. We've all been feeling it. And now the key is to just allow the heart space to open. And so I'm just going to do a quick energy transmission to help to just open up the heart, to clear any accumulating energies that maybe are guarding the heart, and just for us to go into the remembering and deeper knowing that we're always safe, that we're always supported, that we are never alone on this journey. And I want to just work on bringing those energies in for this transmission. We'll bring some of those energies through. Okay, so hold on a second here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, now we're just going to open up the heart. Oh, siaki nakatia. Bringing out some of those energies that are stuck, stagnant. Oh, siaki nakatina ma. Blinkekekia, siatia kina. Olisia katina maka. Oh, siakina katina. Oh, siakatina katia. Oh, siakina kaha. Usia, 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 usia. Knowing that we're always safe and protected. We have guides and energies all around us always. O nina kasia, o sia katina, o nina katina kahatia, o sia, o sia, o sia, o sia. Just clearing out the outside of the field around the heart as well. O si nina kahea, hea, hea. Bring in a beautiful emerald energy, allowing that to be completely open. O sia kina katia, letting it know that it is safe. Asiatia, asiatia, asiatia. Oh, allowing this emerald energy to expand beyond not just your body and your room. Oh, sia kia, opening the chest in its fullness. Ha kina ki sia ka ha. Oh, allowing this completely consume our field. Ah ki ni na katia. Oh, sia, oh, sia, oh, sia, oh, sia. Allowing the energy of the Great Mother through in its infinite, unwavering love. Ah, sia, ki, na, ka. Oh, sia, 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 kia, oh, sia, kia. Oh, sia, oh, kia, sia, tia, kina, katina, makia, sia, tia, sia, oh, kia. So allowing the heart to expand, be free and open, to feel what it means and feels like to just be open. We put so many layers and guards around our hearts. to protect it, but it does not need protection. It is the divine, it is divinity. O Kia, O Siakina Katina. Putting a field around this container to hold these energies in. O Sinina Katia, to root it down into the earth, anchoring into the earth star, whoosh, shooting up through the crown to the soul star, holding this energy. Oh, Asiakina Ka. Thank you to the ancestors. Thank you to the earth. Thank you to Pachamama. Thank you to the star beings. Thank you to our guides. Oh, allow these energies here for a second to permeate within the cells of our fields, activating different aspects of our DNA. Oh, siakina. Okia, okia, asiakina, kisiaka. Oh, this transmission is now complete. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Whew. Trust this period. This period can create a lot of confusion, a lot of feeling alone, a lot of sadness, but you are never alone. You're always supported and guided on this journey. Uh, if you have any thoughts, I'd love to hear follow-up comments. If there's anything you'd like to share, but I'm sending you guys so much love. I'm right there with you. All of us are just walking each other home side by side. So always know that you are loved, that you are safe, and that uh, you are free. We are divine, sovereign, free beings, and to just enjoy all of this journey, all of the shades, all of the flavors, the whole spectrum. Okay, lots of love.